right up close to you so the crowds at home can hear you fine? Under two. Under two, that's what we hope to do.
I know, but I said, no, it's done pretty well.
Yeah. All right, 6 o'clock, let's start the first meeting of 2026. Stand and give the pledge. Okay, we need a motion to approve the minutes from the December 9th meeting.
Motion? Second.
Second from Troy, all in favor?
Aye.
All right. Motion to pay the bills from last month, which would have been the last meeting of the year. Motion to spend some money. Tom says yes. Second from?
I will.
For Mike, all in favor?
Aye.
All right. Jesse, you are up.
Just a reminder, bid opening for community crossings is on the 22nd of this month, 11 a.m. The water side, we replaced the sump pump, the water vault at 1200 East 8th Street. Wastewater, we cleaned our lift station and received our clean closure plan that was approved by IDEM. We had a lateral we needed to repair at 409 South Mill Street. That came along with a bill from Matt Johnson. We need to pay it. The damage was caused by our project back in 2016, Mill Street project. He was there, Beth called, said, you guys need to take a look at this, and then knowing the history of what's happened down there.
Okay.
That's the second one?
Yep. Our plan's to shove cameras in the rest of these cleanouts and try and get ahead of it. but See what we find. So
Yeah, we'll go ahead and get a motion to pay Matt Johnson the bill for $200. Ken, second from Troy, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
All right, electric, we had service upgrade 121 West 2nd and installed the service back at 301 West 5th. We had some damage during the wind down on the south end of town here in Mill Street. Tree went down. I just got that repaired. And then the only other thing I've got is Kyle Long preventative maintenance service for this year. Came in at $4,795 for his quarterly reports. That's the same as we paid last year.
We get a motion to approve that for, again, for this year. Ken, second from Troy,
He does a good job.
all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, I'd called Jesse about putting some millings down over around the dumpsters. It looks like you've done that already. So it looked good, so, it's something we're gonna have to probably keep up for Mark. He's very good to let us, keep the dumpsters there, and it's working well. But those trucks do work on that a little bit, so Mark had gotten a call from someone, told him we'd take care of it, so let's try to keep an eye on that if we see that it's getting muddy or anything. How'd we ever do on the light for over there? Did we talk to him? I forgot to ask him about it.
I had Jeff look at it, and I don't remember.
Okay,
We'll look
Okay.
again.
okay. Questions, anybody for Jesse?
So where was the sump pump at?
It's in the water meter vault. There's a vault over there.
Ring the bell, that's what I wondered.
You're up.
Okay. Well, I guess the major thing is the new vehicle build date was today, but I'm sure.
I hope not.
Yeah, I hope not either. With tip of the spears estimate at 13.7, that doesn't include radio, which I've got the call into Motorola. We got a new area rep, so he hasn't gave me a price yet. I'm figuring $4,000. The radios. That would put that up to 17.7, because it has to have a radio. Fourth car also, if we're gonna run 4, we're gonna need another rifle and a shotgun. So, your major things you're gonna save if we got the Charger is about a $3,000 light bar, a $2,500 radar unit. So there's $5,500 right there. Those are the two major things you're gonna save, plus the in-car camera system, which I'm still waiting. We got a new rep for that too. So the last time on the reinstall, when we took the stuff out of the Durango and put it in the Tahoe, was $5,000. So I figure get all new equipment, probably going to be, I'm going to say 10,000. It will probably double. Get all new equipment and have it in. So I guess the thing is, that, do you want to run 4 cars? I mean, that's.
Will that light bar work on the new vehicle?
The light bar will work on the Explorer, yes.
So-
Now, it's a 20, yeah, I get it, it's a 2016, so it's 10 years old.
But it's, how much?
The light bar itself is 2829, 2,800.
No, that's not much. My question is, what's the purpose of having the fourth vehicle? Who would drive it?
Well, I would probably put Jacob, keep him in the Charger, and James would have the Explorer. Rich would have the Tahoe, and I'd have the truck.
I kind of like the idea of keeping 4, honestly.
Well,
Knowing your vehicle.
I mean, if one goes down,
And you have.
leaves us, it still leaves us with 3. If something happens.
still a lot of well, as long as we got money in the budget, I would say. But pretty expensive just to have a backup.
Don't disagree. The thing about it is, backup's already equipped. It has everything. I mean, the 4th car has everything.
Okay, well,
Now, how long is it gonna keep running? We don't, nobody knows that. It's got 130,000 on it, I think. That's, when people trade police cars in. they
and
have
we want to talk to Matt and
100,000.
see what he thinks as far as the engine. That goes.
Well, then you'd have all your equipment out of it.
Then you just keep your equipment.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
it's after the horses out of the barn.
yeah. It's
I do.
and the major things you can keep, which is your expensive items, like your light bars and your radars and the in-car system for utility. So, those are your major drivers. Equipment and
I
new.
suppose you just have that as inventory more or less then.
Does Jacob want to drive that one?
I've already talked to him about it.
Good with that?
Okay. I'm just asking.
So that's gonna put the build for the Explorer is gonna look like you're buying half a car, basically, to outfit it. But like I say, a new rifle, new shotgun, I mean,
That can come later, the shotgun and rifle. Getting it equipped.
You gonna put it on the road?
I don't know if I'd agree with that.
No,
I mean,
Did you trade all the other ones in?
yeah, well, we got one backup that we kept, but it's the one that's full auto, which you could use it.
Well, there you go. I mean, so we're not like we're,
Yeah, we don't have an extra shotgun.
Well, you just have to use an auto.
I mean,
Take care of it.
if you don't mind, guys, switching stuff out all the time.
that's the problem.
I don't like that.
Yeah,
I mean, that's,
I wouldn't like that either, honestly.
no. I mean, if you're going to keep 4 vehicles, then to me, all 4 vehicles need to be equipped with everything.
So you're talking total dollars, what?
Total dollars, that's going to put that build up to 23, probably, I'm going to say probably close to 35, 40,000. If you get everything you need. It's already 13.7, That's not including the radio, that's not including the in-car camera system, not including rifles, not including the shotgun.
How much is the vehicle?
55, I think we got it for 55, I think.
$100,000.
Yeah. Yeah, close to it.
But we wanted more officers, so we gotta figure out how to do it.
No, see what Kristen says. Got the money, honey?
That, I remember that figure, 70-something, yeah.
No, could TIF help on part of that?
Well, that's Mr. Boo.
As long as it's okay with the State Board of Accounts and with the TF, I mean, as far as that goes, I'll go along with what you guys want to do, it doesn't make a
Yeah, I
difference.
think,
That would be
I mean,
wonderful.
We want more officers, we need to run a department like,
and
and keep it equipped.
TIF really hasn't put anything into the police department lately, so, I don't know
Well, I
why.
understand that. My question is just the old Charger, how long it's going to run. You never know.
If we can make it last another year or two, budget another.
Well, get your money's worth out of it. That's fine. I'm just asking.
Then you could take all that stuff and put it into the
Yeah,
next one you
and
get.
you put it in the next one, I mean,
Okay.
we're slowly building, so. we
I've
gotta-
actually, I mean, I know it's more money, we're talking a couple $100 compared to this, but I've got the guy at Tip Spear working on the graphic to get the same graphic on the Chargers what we got on the
Decals.
others.
Oh, can somebody talk to Mr. Pittman?
Yeah, I mean, that's the whole thing. If it's okay, State Board of Accountants, do it, but I can call Tom and we're not, we need some kind of money amount, you know,
Okay.
roundabout figure in there. We
Just
can work
said
on that.
That's a small amount.
Well,
So
it's
what
still,
the
it's the idea,
difference-
we
the
need,
difference.
we need the amount.
Right.
That's all this does, so.
Probably.
50.
You need just a dollar figure, itemized would probably be better, wouldn't it?
Itemized
Or does it really matter?
It'd be nice if you had it, yeah. I mean,
I'd
that's.
say we split it between the two. That way we don't take all your budget and take,
Yeah,
pay half of it out of TIF.
Yeah, I can check with State Board of Accounts and
Yeah,
then
we should
Mike
do
can
that.
check with Mr.
Yeah.
Pittman.
See if we can split it.
Go along with that, no problem.
And we have that number by, first of, what, February? Yeah, it'll be in February,
First Monday,
What year?
first Monday.
This year?
Yes, sir.
couple
Hey,
weeks,
that's money. Oh,
2 weeks,
We need $1.
Yep.
2 weeks.
Sure thing.
All right,
Okay. You.
all right.
Is that it?
Well, I got.
Not much.
Yeah, that's enough. To
You
start
are
off the year.
expensive. Has anybody told you that?
Yeah, I've heard that before,
Yeah,
yes.
all right, well, put that on the record.
I've got something to bring it up, and I brought it before it's been dropped, but I've noticed in going through some of the towns, they've got a speed limit sign that flashes, that, you know, that you're going too fast, you're going too slow. I really think we need to look at something, especially out here on 136. Because when they come through town, and by the time they're getting in Sterling, they're not driving 40 mile an
You
hour.
gotta go to MnDOT to do that one.
Well, I think we need to look at it just to see, because we've got some other streets that need to be looked at.
We're on South Mill.
Yeah, and I've talked about it, you know, it'd be a portable thing like West Levin's got. But again, to look into the cost of something like that, because I mean, I've sat out there, I've watched the cars.
I assume the town would have to pay for that.
Shadeland has one right in the middle of town, so, I mean, it can be put on the highway.
Have to go through MnDOT.
But I mean, I think that's something we need to look at, because you guys can't be out there policing all the time, and it's a raceway. We could name some other streets, but I think we get the first one started on 136, and maybe get.
Well,
them-
and I don't disagree at all with what you're saying, but just from what I see nowadays, nobody pays attention to anything. I don't care if it's flashing, if it's as big as a billboard. People they do not pay attention to signs, anything else.
Well, they
I
can-
mean, you go out, you make a run out on 41 and even Turner Division coming back. And those stop signs are some of the biggest ones around here. It's like they don't even see them.
Yeah, I know Shadeland though, maybe you guys don't do it. When I go through Shadeland, I run the speed limit. And once in a
Cruise
while,
through there every morning.
they'll
Well,
set,
I can say, now, that's been that way for a long time.
Yeah.
Now, what kind of revenue is generated out of that, or, I don't ever see any cops there. But
well,
I do.
that's what
I
I
see
was,
the county sitting there for us all the time.
so I was getting ready to say, because I was through there last 2 times I've been through, there's been one sitting right there by where they've got the municipal building. And believe me, when I go through there, that's, my speed limit, speed is coming down like that. But, well, you set out, you know what 136 is doing. And there's no 40 and 30 mile an hour. These guys are running 60 or better. And by the time they get out past either one of these gas stations, they're moving.
I think the state has some money for those signs.
I mean, that's exactly the reason why I went to the bosses out there at the solar farms. Because it was their, and it's not just their people, but they had a lot of people coming through this town every morning, and it's like they didn't have a clue what speed limit signs were.
I think if you look at the stops from state, county, I mean, I know, you guys probably don't, but state, county, our town guys, it's on 136. Going through here, the majority of the stops, I don't know.
Well, and I don't know if you want it, but, the state police will send a group of officers down here, and,
Let's not
I
do that.
mean,
Let's not do that.
yeah,
I think
don't,
I think it'd be a lot better off we look at list of speed
Let's go
limits.
Plan B, okay? Let's go Plan B.
Because I think it does good up Shadeland. I think it would be,
Probably don't want the state down here much.
we just need a flashing light. No, I don't think so. They don't, not,
I know that when Brad was living in Southern, he said the state.
That's just to get people to slow down.
yeah.
Jesse said they're $5,000 per sign.
You got a ticket? Or was that at?
I know they're complaining on South Mill again.
That would- and-
Get him, James.
I mean, you can't be there all the time. That's the thing, but it is a warning.
I'm just saying the majority of the stops I hear are on Main Street.
South Mill.
You've got State Street too. I mean, that's school time. But yeah, I think the big one I'm seeing right out here is on 36.
Yeah, people fly.
I think it'd be worth a try at least. Might save you guys a little bit right there going. At least they'll get their attention because these people have no idea.
Okay.
All right, Kim, you are up.
Okay, I have a couple things. First, good news, Scott Wheeler purchased the old Nazarene church up here, and they are looking at, he's got a partner, and they are looking at turning that into some kind of wedding venue. So that building, if you see activity, they're cleaning it out. They're going to be, I think they're from Crawfordsville, but they're going to be coming to town and staying a couple months. They're also joining the VRA and helping with things in town, so.
Great.
That's good news. Then the other thing I wanted to propose is I have given you this project overview for the 211 North Main Street building downtown. There is art and culture funding set aside through READY, through the state of Indiana, and they are opening it up for projects to be submitted this month. So I want to make sure we work to get a project shovel ready for Ready 2.0, and we have a project shovel ready for 2.0. Also, the investment that you guys have in it would be your 1-to-1 private or public match, or it might be public or private, and then it's a 3-to-1 private match, I believe. So I've got to come up with that, but you guys already have that invested. I thought this would be a good way to get the HVAC system in there, to also get the electricity built out, get everything you need to get that building up and running and to use it as a creative art co-op. Rachel Ward is here, and her and I and Sherry and Sunny, there's been a group of us for about 4 years that have been dreaming up this project and wanting to do it at the d'Arlier. And restore the carriage house was the original plan, but that didn't work out. So we have been told that's No, so we have wanted to go with this as a possible project and use for that building. I have it all planned out for sources of revenue. You can read through all of this. It would be also something to consider in the next couple years when the school's budget starts to change. Some of the programs that are going to get cut are your arts and music projects. This will sustain that for the whole county and give all ages, kids, high school, adults, a source for art, education, and so. If you approve, I will submit it, but I need your approval to get that.
I've looked through it, I've talked to you about quite a bit, I think it'd be a great investment for downtown, something everybody in town could use, that would be open to everyone, so.
Who would own the building?
Well, that, we don't really know. I think it would, I have a couple ideas in here, but I think it would be, there's several sources of revenue. I don't know if you would want to keep the building and lease out the kitchen, and you could, if we get the garage area built out, that could be leased out. You could also lease it out as a venue for events. It would have a revenue for art studios. If we do art studios on the second floor, you could lease out those studio spaces, and that would be a source of revenue to at least operating funds. But Rachel is definitely interested in kind of being in charge and leading a lot of this. She's had a lot of the ideas and put it all together, and we've been working on it for about 4 years. So I think she would be fantastic, and I think that this would be a perfect way to activate the downtown and get that building built out so that it becomes something.
I think we could get going on it, and then, I mean, after we get the money approved.
Yes.
Then we can decide who's gonna own it.
And it's a slow drip
I
for
think
that
that'd be the
money.
last
I
thing.
mean, it will take a while for them to choose those projects and everything, but it's a source of funding. It fits the town's history with the d'Arlier and with Marshall Studios, so it has a historical element to it too, and that's one of your guys' biggest assets, I think. So,
Part of Kim's plan also was to replace the elevator, right, with a working.
yes, to make an ADA compliant and take that old elevator shaft out and put an actual new elevator in there. I would bid that out and quote that so that it gets built that way, because no matter what you do with that building, it's gonna need to be ADA compliant, and that's gonna be a challenge.
Correct.
So, and that's gonna be big dollars.
What are we looking at upfront cost?
I don't know, I don't have any bids. I mean, it's really gonna depend on your match and what you want to put into it, but I have to get the HVAC and the electrical bid in it, and then, I wanna keep it more of an industrial feel, so like brick walls, concrete floors, like, it doesn't have to be fancy. I mean, like the industrial type that it is, I think fits this project. Maybe redo some of the storefront, but like new windows, new doors, just depending on how they are. But I haven't got any bids or anything on it.
Yeah, well, you've looked at, what we've got in cost in that building now.
Yes.
So that's the other thing we got to take in
I'm
consideration.
wanting to double that, maybe. I'd like to ask for about 500,000 at least. I don't know how much it costs to put in an elevator, but
Now you're talking about asking for the grant money.
when I submit for the grant,
Yeah.
that I asked to have it all built out completely, lighting, fixtures, everything, restrooms, all of it.
Because your elevator, I like your idea, but your elevator is going to be one of your big costs and one of your maintenance costs also, because it's got to be inspected every so many times. And we've done some elevator stuff. It's not cheap.
Right.
But that, I agree with you, before you use that second floor for anything except some kind of rental up there, you're going to have to do something with that elevator.
Yes.
So,
And
yeah.
with the history of rentals there, I don't know that that's the direction you want to go. I think this would be more of you'd have more use for the space doing something like this and putting a bigger pottery studio
Yeah.
up there.
Yeah, see what my feeling is, see what you come up with.
Yeah.
You know me, it's words with money.
Yep.
And
I mean,
once-
that's it. I can't guarantee it,
Yeah.
but if I can submit it and get some money, that's a possible way that we
Yeah.
could do it. And even if if we had to do it and run it as a nonprofit, setting up another nonprofit that could run that specifically is something that we're planning or prepared to do.
Yeah, and the other thing is too, is you look at that, is to stage the cost, to get somebody to be able to use the lower level, and look
Yes.
at the other part of the projects about being able to get up above, but to do it in a couple of stages,
Yes.
And if we can get it all at one time, that'd be great.
Well,
Yeah.
that'd
But
be
the main
better
thing is,
than it.
because we've got it pretty well secured now,
Yes.
so I think.
The one thing I am a little concerned about is the integrity of blue and gold being right next to it. They have been, when we did the structural engineer report for those buildings downtown 3 years ago, Jeremy strongly suggested that they do tuck pointing on that building. The back of it and the front of it, it doesn't look great. So that's one of my concerns. I don't want to put a bunch of more money into this building and the building next to it.
Thank you.
Something happens. So
Yes,
that's my
that's-
concern.
That is a good concern.
All we need right now is a motion to let her go forward with just. approach-
Just submitting this for funding.
That's all we're asking for tonight.
You got-
Yes.
I would make a motion.
Okay, get a second?
Yep.
For Mike, all in favor?
Aye.
Yeah, there's your motion, at least, go
Okay.
forward with submitting.
Okay.
And then it's a long drawn out
Well,
affair.
yeah, it'll be a few years before we see anything, but if we can move on it, this is a good opportunity.
Sounds like a good plan.
Okay, thanks.
All right. Thank you very much. Terry is out. The only thing he had, both properties he's working on Sterling Avenue are closed. One of those is a gas station. That's a done deal. I'm not sure what the other one was on Sterling Avenue, but both of those are finished. Moving on, all members are going to be back for the TIF board for this year. It'll be Mike Boo, Mark Summers, Clay Smith, Teresa Cooper, and myself, Mark Rust. So, we'll have our first meeting, be the first Monday in February at 5:30, and continue through the rest of the year. Okay, looks like new business, uncollectible utility account. Kristen, that must be you.
Yeah. It's a total of $2,382.82. These are like from deceased accounts or that have been to collections and they just haven't been able to collect. So we would just write these off.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, they're uncollectible.
Good,
this
I need a
point.
motion to write those off.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right. The next one, Kristen sent out, it's a resolution 202601. This is from the county. It's a resolution of the town, Veedersburg adopting a Fountain County multi-hazard mitigation plan for 2025. And that needs to be approved by us, and that is for the county, correct? Am I missing anything on that? Okay. And a motion to approve, resolution 202601?
What would all that entail to?
Fountain County multi-hazard
Email.
mitigation plan identifies goals and actions reduce and eliminate long-term risk to people and property of the town of Veedersburg from impacts of future hazards, disasters.
Spills and stuff.
Yeah,
Hazard.
so it's basically, not what he's reading, it's basically the same thing, that's what I'm asking, what?
It's the plan.
Okay, yeah,
We never got that to sign.
okay, yeah. Yeah, I went through everything.
Yeah.
I was just curious, I
Yeah.
wasn't sure.
Okay, again, can we get a motion to approve this?
Yes.
From Mike, a second. Ken, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Okay, next is the Ready 2.0 grant.
She did that.
Hmm?
She already did that.
Okay. Okay, public comments, it's time for public comments. Andy Powell. Anybody see Andy Powell?
Did you bring him?
Ken? Okay. We'll go on to public comments this time. Anybody have anything? Dave, welcome back. You have anything for us? Nothing?
All better?
Kurt? No. Thanks for coming. Appreciate that. Okay. Mike?
No, I really don't have a thing.
Tom?
No.
Troy?
No, sir.
Go Hoosiers.
Troy, I guess I've got one for you, Ben. It's a new year, and I know last year you tried really hard to get a fire truck. Is there anything in the works for '26?
Yes, I'm still, we gotta do something.
Sure.
We're hurting.
Yep.
So I'm looking at used ones.
Okay.
Um,
Are you looking at used ladders?
Yeah, and you're talking $600,000 for 2014, 100,000 miles on it. So that's about the best deal I found. So I'll be coming to TIF. I don't know. Township, they're flat out telling me,
Who is?
the DLGF. So I'm not sure what that means. Need to meet with, try to figure out. But regardless, that's what I was saying. Eventually, I think the town's going to be inheriting the fire department. So I'm just trying to stay ahead, keep on track. We do have in the budget to replace extrication tools, which guys come next week, and our hose. Hose is very old, and we've lost some more hose at the fire this weekend. We've lost some more equipment, so that happens. The fire service. You know, it shouldn't, but the way they're changing things, kind of scary.
Well, you know, the state's talked about doing away with the township trustee anyway, right?
Yeah, they've been talking about it for a while, and
Yes.
the DLGF is fighting them on more things, which I don't think's right, because it should be up to the township, what suits people in the township.
Okay.
When that comes to public safety.
Okay. All right.
Still working on it.
All right. Anybody? Thank you for coming. Meeting adjourned.
Crazy.